Okay. Oh, Alexa, play Summer is coming in, please. Summer is coming in! So one thing I do miss about having hair is being able to headbang properly. It just doesn't feel the same without it. Today, I want to say that I am very late to this. So the plan was that I was going to make a jordbærkage for Felix. And I kept waiting over the spring because I was like, it has to be strawberry season in order for me to make, obviously, a jordbærkage, which means strawberry cake. So I waited, and then I waited, and then I waited a little too long because now it is the middle of July. And strawberry season is arguably over. And what I am left with is these, which should be okay. I mean, come on. But it's a little unfortunate that I was tardy and now I'm paying for it. Felix really likes jordbærkage, and I wish I had made this while he was here visiting me together with all of my other friends. So now I'm just gonna do it now in honor of Felix, because you're my friend, you are my friend. Hold on. How does it go? You are my dad. You're my dad. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Yeah, like that. So this one's for you. The cake actually is for my neighbors because we are meeting them tonight for coffee and cake. So it's not, unfortunately, going to be consumed by Felix. But, you know, in spirit it is. I think it's best if I start doing the kagecreme. I suppose in English you would call it a pat, like a pat creme pat. Creme pat is what it's called for, you know, general cakes. Custard. Is custard more liquidy? And pat, and I keep saying it wrong, creme pat is the more firm kind, because this is supposed to be firm, so I think it's a creme pat. I don't know. Hold on. Creme pâtissière. Looks like it. It looks pastry cream. It's pastry cream. I'm making pastry cream. So some people, when they make pastry cream, they are being wusses about it because they separate the eggs, or the egg yolks, that is, from the milk mixture. And I've learned from Anne Reardon that you can just be a bad dog about it and combine everything and then, you know, hope for the best when you cook it over the stove. So I'm going to do that. I need 5 deciliters of milk. I don't know if that's correctly pronounced in English. Half a liter of milk also is one way to say it. And I'm not gonna separate eggs today because of reasons. What I am gonna do is use these pasteurized egg yolks. I have to use all my concentration for this because it's like, how am I supposed to make dosages of this? I need what is equivalent to 5 egg yolks. And it says with like these little stripes on the side how much 2 egg yolks is. So I have to sort of eyeball it. I can't even see how much that was because hopefully that is 5 egg yolks. It's not super important, is it? Already there's a bug in my milk. Disgusting. It's one of those little ones that you can't even see. I mean, why bother? Tablespoons of sugar. I lost count already. That was 3. I think that was 3. Some vanilla, which you're just gonna eyeball. Say when, ma'am. Maybe I shouldn't have bad dogged it. Maybe I'm not a bad dog. Maybe I could have just done it the wuss way and not have done this, which is looking questionable. Oh, this is fine. Okay, we can do this. Yeah, so what I have now is the entire mixture, and I'm going to put it on the stove and heat it up, and it will take probably 10-ish minutes to get it to the right consistency. So the important thing is that you absolutely must keep stirring no matter what. It is paramount to not getting scrambled eggs instead of pastry cream. Yes. So I'm gonna stand over here. Very exciting, I know. while I do this. So I'm thinking a time lapse is in order. Maybe. It's looking more liquidy than normal, so that's kind of worrisome. I'm thinking of adding some more starch. Maybe that'll help. I think that's more like it. Good thing I'm so strong, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to whip it for so long, man. Okay, and now that I have it in a bowl to cool, before I put it into the fridge, you gotta get the saran wrap out. My old enemy, Sharp-Toothed Joe over here, is gonna help me keep the cream nice and not seriously. Anyway, you put saran wrap on the pastry cream because you don't want it to form a skin on top. So instead you put a skin on it. You don't put it on top like this, you put it all the way down and touch it with the wrap. Now that you've done that, you put it in the fridge. That's a wrap, folks. Anyway, once again, it's time to make pie crust. But I have cheated this time and made it in advance because you've already seen me do it and I am not willing to film it again because it was a humiliating experience last time. No, I have done it differently though this time. First of all, I didn't use egg because Jenny recommended that I did not use the egg to make a better crust. I did, however, assemble it in a blender because it saves time and it, however, does give you a different kind of crust. It's not the same kind of flaky sort of pastry. It's a little easier to work with when it's sewed together in the blender because it forms a much smoother dough. You gotta flour your surface liberally. Get in there. Push it down. So far I'm surprised that I haven't been joined by any flies on this video because they are everywhere in the house right now. And I don't need a co-star, but I am getting a feeling that they're gonna be real soon arriving on the set. Really surprised that I haven't gotten flour in my microphone yet. I'm really sorry, but I hope it doesn't happen. Sorry. Gonna need another time lapse for this, aren't I? Are we there yet? I think we are. It is getting big enough for my taste, but I do want a little more edge on it this time. Oh, what the fuck? Huh? It tore itself apart. I have given up on making nice looking pie crusts. I don't know how people manage to roll it out in like a perfect, no creases, no tears, no nothing. I can't do it. I simply can't do it. I refuse. I think I'm just gonna piece it together this time. If I want a nice-ish crust, I wouldn't be doing this. So I'm just gonna sort of Frankenstein it back together and make it hang over the edges. Because something that's really annoying that always happens to me when I'm making a pie crust dough for anything is that it shrinks. I don't know why it does that. I think it's because of the butter doing something. The way to go about it is if you wrap it around the edges a little better, maybe it won't shrink. And I need a knife, so I have to get real close in the camera for a moment. Sorry. Excuse me, sir. I just have to reach in here. What do you got? A knife! Not trying to be neat, just trying to make it work. I ought to blind bake it again, because it apparently does something for the pie. Don't know what it is exactly. I know it's something about, trying to stop the bottom from bubbling up and expanding. So I guess I'll have to do that. And wouldn't you know it, it's the same chickpeas from last time. Yes, really. We do love to recycle in this house. And no, the smell hasn't gotten any better from last time either. Oh, I need to poke the holes in it first. Okay. This time I don't have any frustrations I need to take out on it though. So it's gonna be like a more of a peaceful section with me poking holes in it. Into the oven we go. So while the crust is getting ready, I want to make what goes into the jordbærkage, which is a macaroni paste. I don't know if it's called macaroni. Is there a word for it in English? Because I feel like it's not a thing outside of Scandinavia to have a macaroni. It's not called, if it's not called macaroni, it's called a macaroni. So I don't know. I'm just winging it, I guess. Butchering the English language, if you will. It is mostly marzipan and some eggs, sugar, and butter. And the thing is, I've discovered something amazing.
I've discovered something amazing!
Which is that instead of using pure marzipan, I can use these marzipanbrød that have a chocolate covering. And it's not really necessary. But the thing is, I discovered it last time I made a jordbærkage, which was not that long ago. And I went into the store to pick up some marzipan, and I could not find it. So I instead bought these marzipanbrød. And the thing is, the cake turned out really good. So I'm going to
Amazing! Amazing! Amazing!
Lord, give me strength. I'm going to repeat my success by using these again instead of marzipan. How many is it now? If each one of these is 25 grams and I need 250, 50, 100, 120. I literally can't even do basic math. It's a problem. Even when I'm motivated to do math by making cake, I just can't do it. It's really just the worst for me. 2 eggs, no shells. Although, I mean, in this case, I think it's not that noticeable if you got any shell in it, because it's gonna get blended anyway. So just unwrap each of these little loaves. Maybe you can save all that tinfoil to make a custom-made tinfoil hat in purple. Fashionable. Need a time lapse for this too, I guess. Okay, just gonna chop these up real rough, because the blender seems to care. And we gently blend it. And it is this paste that I'm gonna pour onto the pie crust and then bake again, so that it gets this quite delicious, indescribable little sort of middle in the cake. And it's very nice. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Let's do the thing that I hate the most, which is chopped chocolate. So boring. Already. It always seems to work against me somehow. I don't know how. Maybe chocolate knows that I don't like it. I mean, I like eating it. I don't like chopping it. All chopped up and ready to go. Listen to it sizzle. Now that's the sound. Just pour it directly into the hot crust. And now, put it into the oven again. That is just gonna sit there for 20 minutes. And I'm gonna sit here for 20 minutes. I'm really sorry to people who don't like macaroni. People who don't like marzipan either. Like I don't get it. Like, it's a delicious flavor. It's almond. How can you not like almond? And I know there's raw egg in this, but it is eggs from our chickens, so I trust them. Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna take a break and get back in here in 20 minutes when things will be looking different for our cake. So I'm just gonna cut it right here. Come on. And we're back. So what happened in those 20 minutes that suddenly became like an hour is that the pet has become somewhat cold. I put it in the freezer because it was just taking too long. I took the chopped chocolate, and because I'm a bad dog, I put it directly onto the cake. And then what happens, of course, is that a 200-degree hot cake is going to melt the chocolate, so I could spread it out on it. And now there's a nice layer of chocolate, and I've put the cake in the fridge, so it is somewhat cold, not as cold as I would have hoped for, but I've got to make do with what I've got because time is running away from me. I love saying that I'm a bad dog ever since I saw that video of this one guy making bread, where he for some reason says that, you know, if you're a bad dog, then this is how you bake your bread. And I just find that so funny.
If you're not down with this move because your Dutch oven's real hot and you're not a bad dog, you can flip this whole loaf onto a piece of parchment paper.
I want to be a bad dog. What I'm going to do now is finish the pastry cream. And we do that by taking the, of course, the wrap off. Very gelatinous. We love to see it. And what I want to do is beat some cream so that we can have whipped cream. Beat, whip, whichever it is. It's all the same to me. Not that much. I'm thinking just a deciliter. I've given up on trying to sound English when I say that. I don't know how you're supposed to say it in a way that makes sense in English. So I'm just not gonna do it. And I'm getting a feeling that if I start whipping it here, it's gonna splatter onto my microphone. So I'm just gonna move away a little bit and stand over here in the corner. And it would be very effective to plug in the mixer first. I'm gonna need another time lapse for this. I need my trusted spatula. Just gonna combine these two and find a common ground. The thing that's always tricky about making jordbærkage is that you have to make a custard or pastry cream or whatever that has enough of a body to hold up the straw. There's a fly on my pie! Get the fuck away! So it's hard to really know if it's stiff enough because it has to have a little hold in order for your strawberries to not just sink to the bottom. So that's always kind of a tricky one for me. It's all gonna taste great in the end. It's more like about the presentation part that can get a little sticky. That's hot. Okay, for I inhaled some custard. For the exciting part, which is the star of the show, the strawberry. I've already cut these a little bit, just taken the tops off and cleaned them, because you should absolutely do that. What I'm thinking now is I'm going to have them make them into halves, so I can put them on top of the cake. This is the same cutting board I used for the chocolate earlier, but here's a life hack for you. You can just take it and then flip it over. Smart, resourceful. And then brush off whatever sticks to the back of it. Not gross at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna very simply do it like this, I think. And then I can just put them in a nice formation. I think it's safe to say that strawberries are the national berry of Denmark. I think it's probably the most anticipated thing to eat during the summer here. I, for one, am not a huge fan of eating strawberries with cream, which is what everyone does. So literally just taking strawberries, pouring heavy cream on them, and eating them, just like that. Like, kind of almost au naturel. It's not really my thing. I'm much more of a fan of cakes with strawberries in them, because I think it complements the strawberry in a nice way. Hold on here, you can actually see the cake now. It's either strawberries with cream or kaldskål, which is... It's hard to explain what kaldskål is as a dessert to outsiders, but it's a cold and sweet soup that is made with buttermilk and lemon, and it tastes really good if you like that sort of thing. And you eat it with kammerjunker, which is like a little sort of ship biscuit type of thing. Like it's the driest little sweet biscuit, and it's nice enough. I'm just a little more of a fan of something with a little more pizzazz. Sue me. See, now this is cake. It sure is. Final step is I want to do a gelatin-like coating, because that's usually what you do, and I quite like it. But instead of using gelatin, I'm going to use agar-agar because I like it quite a lot and it has a nice texture. Don't have a recipe for this, so I'm going to wing it instead. I want to flavor it a little bit, so I'm thinking a little sugar. Where did the sugar bowl go? I've also seen some places where they dye the jelly a red color to make the strawberries look redder, which I don't really know about that. I don't care for it. You just put a little in to bloom it. So what I'm doing right now is mixing a little agar with a little water so that it turns into a paste. And the rest of the water goes into the saucepan. Did I say saucepan again? Put it in the saucepan. The saucepan. How does this keep happening to me? And I was thinking a squeeze of lemon for flavor. Be careful not to drop any seeds in there. Like I just did. For fuck's sake. And what I'm gonna do is heat this up and dissolve it. But not boil the water. You're not supposed to boil the water, I think. I saw someone say that you shouldn't boil agar-agar for whatever reason. It does have a faint seaweed smell, which is funny because it's made from seaweed, so it makes sense. But it's completely flavorless, so it doesn't taste like seaweed when you eat it. It just smells a little bit like it. Literally watching the pot boil. This is so boring. It's gonna be a very tranquil video, isn't it? It's just me sitting around waiting. Nothing left to do, I guess. And here is the hot but not boiling agar mixture. And I'm thinking I have to let it cool off a bit before I can pour it over. But the thing about agar is that it sets at room temperature, so it shouldn't have to sit too long. But look at it, it's smoldering. Look at all that, it's just coming off of it. It's like, not, I'm looking for the word that isn't smoke. The one for water. I cannot remember it. Holy shit. Where did that bachelor's degree in English go? Steam. It's called steam. Okay. I'm done. I'm officially done. I want to go home. I just want to finish this cake so I can make Felix proud. And I can't put it outside to cool, or else the wildcat is gonna go and try to drink it. So that's not an option. I guess I will just have to stand here and wait and listen to my tunes. Baby, we can talk all night, but that ain't getting us nowhere. Nothing left to do. Total eclipse of the jordbærkage. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the fridge. My god. Oh, and I cut off my rat tail. Actually had Felix help me cut it off, because obviously I can't do it myself, or else I would accidentally probably stab myself with the scissors. So it's completely gone now. It's been like that for a couple of days. And when I cut off the rat tail, it was so disgusting. Holy shit, there were things hidden inside of it. Don't even know how it was possible for that much indescribable stuff to be in there. It was like, well, it's like looking at a white person dreadlock, you know? Like a dreadlock that isn't supposed to happen because there was dandruff stuck in there. So that was really nasty to look at. But a lot of fun to get rid of it finally. So I'm feeling very free now. So that's a very good feeling. Maybe I can cheat a little bit. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm thinking it will cool it down faster if you put the mass on a larger surface area. That's like basic science. It's starting to create this gelatin that you can't see at all because it's transparent. The important thing is that it doesn't drip out over the sides, which is what I'm scared of. So you have to do it in small increments. It is really starting to firm up on the plate, so I think I have to work fast-ish. And also it is close to solidifying, and I don't want it to be like chunks, but I do have to have it be somewhat thick. Oh, it's gonna be so thick. It's going to be quite a thick layer, much more than I thought. Okay, it has solidified so much. It is completely solid right here. Holy shit. Even though there's a whole strawberry right here that is just not covered at all. Whatever, it's fine. Here it is, a jordbærkage, also probably known, I don't know what the English translation is. I'm guessing it's just a strawberry cake or a strawberry tart or something like that. Because it is kind of more pie-like than it is like cake-like. But nevertheless, it's a jordbærkage and it's for you, Felix. So I know it is probably past strawberry season, but it is still buzzcut season, so I would love to take a big old bite out of this right now. I just can't, however, because I am serving this for my neighbors in the evening. So I will be eating it then, and my mouth is literally watering looking at it. I'm so hungry right now. I should really get a snack. But anyway, I want you, I need you. No, I can't do it. I have to wait. I don't know, there's nothing left to say. I have made a cake and I am satisfied with it. Even though it may not be the most beautiful cake there is, it is very tasty. Just look at that glaze and the absolute chunkiness of the agar. Yeah, that's it. We've come to the end station and I'm gonna go. So thank you very much for watching this video, and that's all that was said. Baby, we can talk all night, but that ain't getting us nowhere. I told you everything I possibly can. There's nothing left inside of here, and maybe you can cry all night, but that'll never change the way that I feel. The snow is really piling up outside. I wish you wouldn't make me leave here. I poured it on and I poured it out. I tried to show you just how much I care. I'm I'm too hoarse to shout. But you've been cold to me so long, I'm crying icicles instead of tears. And all I can do is keep on telling you I want you, I need you. But there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. You'll never find your gold on a sandy beach. You'll never drill for oil on a city street. I know you're looking for a ruby in a mountain of rocks, but there ain't no Coupe de Ville hiding at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box. I can't lie, I can't tell you that I'm something I'm not. No matter how I try, I'll never be able to give you something, something that I just haven't got. Well, there's only one girl that I will ever love, and that was so many years ago. I know I'll never get her out of my heart. She never loved me back. Ooh, I know. Well, I remember how she left me on a stormy night, as she kissed me and got out of our bed. And though I pleaded and I begged her not to walk out that door, she packed her bags and turned right away. And she kept on telling me, she kept on telling me, she kept on telling me, I want you, I need you. But there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I want you, I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Now don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3